Hello everyone, welcome to GJ Learning Classes. This is the third lecture on chapter 2 polynomials, and we are going to cover the following topics in this video. The first is remainder theorem, then NCERT exercise 2.3. So we are going to do all the questions and answers in exercise 2.3, and already I have explained you about the remainder theorem in my previous lecture, but we are going to recap this because all the questions of exercise 2.3 are based on this remainder theorem only. If you have not liked the video, please like it, share it to your friends, and subscribe the channel so that next time whenever I will upload a new video, it will directly come in your inbox. So let us begin with the very first slide. This is the recap of remainder theorem which we have discussed in previous lecture. Let Px be any polynomial of degree greater than or equal to 1, and let A be any real number. So we have let here Px to be any polynomial. It could be a linear polynomial. It can be a quadratic, cubic polynomial. And degree is greater than or equal to 1. Degree cannot be equal to 0 because we know that for any polynomial Px, if degree is 0, then it becomes a constant polynomial. So here the degree of Px must be greater than or equal to 1. This is what we understand. Now next we have, if Px is divided by the linear polynomial x minus a, then the remainder is Pa. So what we understand from the second statement here, linear polynomial x minus a, and the remainder is Pa. So if I say Px is a polynomial, let Px be a polynomial. That's a quadratic polynomial. We let it here. Px, we have a quadratic polynomial. X square plus 7x plus 12. So this is what a linear polynomial or quadratic polynomial, sorry. So this is the quadratic polynomial x square plus 7x plus 12, and we are supposed to find out the remainder when it is divided by x plus 3. So what will be the remainder if you divide it by x plus 3? So here, this is what the divisor of the dividend Px, right? So here x plus 3 is the divisor. We are supposed to divide this polynomial Px by x plus 3, and we are supposed to find out the remainder. So what will be the remainder when we divide it? So we have to put 0 of x plus 3. So what will be the 0 of x plus 3? That value of x plus 3 will be equated to 0 first, and then that value of x, which makes this linear polynomial x plus 3 your divisor 0. So we see that x is equal to minus 3. X is equal to minus 3 is the value that you will put here in place of x, and the value will be 0. The value of x plus 3 will be 0 here. So now we got to know that x is equal to minus 3 is the 0 of this divisor x plus 3. So we have to put minus 3 in place of x. And if we put minus 3 here, we will get the remainder. So minus 3 in place of x we have to put. So minus 3 whole square. Then we have to write here 7 into minus 3. 7 times minus 3 and then plus 12. And we have to solve it. What the result comes, that is the remainder here. Okay. So here we have minus 3 square becomes 9 plus 9, and this becomes 7 minus 3 times minus 21. So we have minus 21 plus 12. Now 12 is positive, 9 is also positive. So 9 and 12 becomes 21. So we have 21 minus 21 here, 21 minus 21, so it becomes 0. So you see that the remainder we have got 0 here. So the remainder 0 means x plus 3 is completely dividing px. And this is the way for any given polynomial px and a linear polynomial x plus 3, we find out the remainder that can be equal to 0 and a non-zero value also. If suppose that we don't get the value 0 here, result doesn't come to be 0, then we say that is the remainder and x plus 3 is not the factor of px. So this is what you need to understand regarding the polynomial px and the linear polynomial. Similarly, you can say x minus a has the 0 a. What is the 0 of x minus a? A, because the value a makes it 0. If you put a in place of x, it will be a minus a 0. So that's why a is being put here in px. So if you put a in px, it becomes pa, and a is to be there in place of variables everywhere, and what result comes, that's your remainder. If remainder is 0, then your linear polynomial divisor becomes the factor of the given polynomial px. So this is what you must have understood now regarding remainder theorem, and already in my previous lecture I have discussed this. Next exercise, we have to do question number 1, exercise 2.3. Find the remainder when x cubed plus 3x squared plus 3x plus 1 is divided by x plus 1. Here we have the divisor x plus 1 and we have the dividend x cubed plus 3x squared plus 3x plus 1. First, we need to equate the given value or polynomial with px. We have considered it to be px, right? Now, x plus 1, that is the first part of question number 1, divisor. The 0 of x plus 1 is minus 1. We know that how? Because x plus 1, if you equate it with 0, it becomes an equation, and then you solve it, it becomes x is equal to minus 1. So minus 1 is the 0 of your divisor x plus 1, and this minus 1 you will put in your polynomial px in place of variable. So this is what has been done in the solution. Minus 1 has been put in place of x, and everywhere where the x is there in the polynomial, minus 1, and minus 1 you can see in place of x. Finally, if you solve it, you get the result 0. So if you get the result 0 here, it means your remainder is 0. In this case, you got the remainder. So x plus 1 will completely divide the given polynomial px. That's what we understand. And we can also say x plus 1 is a factor of the given polynomial px. X plus 1 is completely dividing, and it's a factor of given polynomial px. Why factor? Because the remainder is 0. So you know that if you divide in arithmetic, if you divide 10 by a value that is 2, it goes 5 times. It goes 5 times. 2 5s are 10. So we know that remainder is 0. So in traditional way, if we solve this, 10 divided by 2, it goes 5 times, and the remainder comes 0 here. Okay. So this is what we understand from in arithmetic context. So we say 2 is a factor of 10. Similarly, in this solution also, remainder is 0 here, remainder is 0. So you say x plus 1 is a factor of this px. I hope you understood it very well. Now the question number 1, second part. The concept is again same. The divisor is x minus 1 by 2. and you are supposed to find out the zero of the divisor x minus 1, and that will be 1 by 2 itself. When you will equate it with 0, you will get x is equal to 1 by 2. X is equal to 1 by 2. And this is what the zero of the divisor. Now, if you put it into your polynomial px, again you solve it. The fractional addition you can see here, exponents, we have 1 by 2 power 3, 1 by 2 square, then 3, 1 by 2, 3 into the value of x, 3 into 1 by 2. So we solve it, and the fractional addition, you already know it, how to do. The result is 27 upon 8. That's not equal to 0. This is what the remainder, and we say x minus 1 by 2 is not a factor of this px. Okay, because we have got the remainder non-zero value. So I'm clearing your concept of factor theorem also, because factor theorem is dependent on remainder theorem. Now, question number 1, third part, again we have the divisor x, and if you find the zero of x, you will equate it with 0, and it will be 0 itself, and you have to put 0 everywhere in your polynomial px. So we have seen that in polynomial px, everywhere in place of x we have put 0, and the result we see that is 1. So if you divide this polynomial px with x, you will get the remainder 1. So x is not a factor of this polynomial, or you can say this x is not completely dividing this px polynomial. If you do it by long division method, so you won't be able to get the remainder 0, remainder will come 1, and it will not divide it completely. In another words, you can say this polynomial px is not the multiple of x. That is what we know about the factor and multiples in case of arithmetic concept, arithmetic context, right? So now third part, I hope that it is clear to you. Now question number 1, fourth part, x plus pi. Find the remainder when this is divided by x plus pi. So again, the polynomial is same. We have the zero of x plus pi, x is equal to माइनस पाई. सो जीरो, किसी भी पॉलिनोमियल का जीरो अगर निकालना है तो आप उसको किससे इक्वेट करेंगे? जीरो से इक्वेट करेंगे. एंड दिस इज व्हाट x is equal to minus pi. So now minus pi you have to put in place of x. Again you have solved it. So you can see everywhere we have put the value of x, that is minus pi here, and the result will be as it is. You are not going to put here pi is equal to 22 upon 7, because this is what is left out as the remainder, and that's what you are supposed to find out. So it's a non-zero value, so x plus pi is not a factor of this polynomial px. Okay guys, now question number 1, again fifth part. The concept or process is same. You have the divisor 5 plus 2x, and you can see here we have to find out the zero of 5 plus 2x. So we will equate it with 0, and then we will solve the linear equation. It will come to be x is equal to minus 5 by 2. You transponded 5 towards right side, that becomes minus 5 upon 2. Now again you have to put minus 5 upon 2 everywhere in place of the variable. So minus 5 upon 2 power 3, then 3 times x square, minus 5 upon 2 power 2, then plus 3. So you have put everywhere and solve the fractional subtraction or addition here. So this is the involvement of both fractional addition and subtraction. So you have to revise if you are not clear about how to do the fractional addition and subtraction. So we have got the finally the solution minus 27 upon 8 is the result. This is what the remainder, and you can say that remainder is not a value that is not 0. Okay, So if remainder is not 0, in that case, you can say the given divisor 5 plus 2x is not a factor of given px. I hope this is clear to you. Now, next we have question number 2. Find the remainder when x cube minus ax square plus 6x minus a is divided by x minus a. Solution. We are supposed to find out here the remainder. Divisor is x minus a. Polynomial px is x cube minus ax square plus 6x minus a. It's a cubic polynomial. Why cubic polynomial? Because the highest power is 3. This is the highest power 3. Okay, exponent is 3. So it's a cubic polynomial. We have the cubic polynomial here, px, right? Now, what we need to do next, x minus a is your divisor. You are supposed to find out the 0 of x minus a. So it will be a itself, right? So a you have to put everywhere in the given polynomial and you have to solve it. It's 5a. So your remainder is 5a. That is the solution when you divide your polynomial px by x minus a. So this is what the question is very simple, but you need to understand a is any real number. A is any real number that can be any rational or irrational. I hope you understood this question number 2. Now next we have question number 3 of your exercise. Now check whether 7 plus 3x is a factor of 3x cubed plus 7x. Now solutions is as follows. You can see here on the screen that we have the remainder is not equal to 0. That's a non-zero value. We have this remainder, right? So we are supposed to find out whether 7 plus 3x is a factor of this 3x cubed plus 7x or not. So this is the polynomial px, your dividend. This is your dividend. Okay, 3x cubed plus 7x is your dividend. That is to be divided by this 7 plus 3x, that's your divisor. So divisor is here 7 plus 3x. Okay, so we are supposed to find out the 0 of 7 plus 3x. 0 of 7 plus 3x will be again in the same way. We have to calculate here. We have to equate it with 0 and then solve the linear equation. So equated with 0 here and solve the linear equation. It gives you x is equal to minus 7 upon 3. So this is what minus 7 upon 3 you are supposed to put in place of the value of x in variable. Now we have put it there in the places of variable here, and you can see x cube minus 7 upon 3 cubed and 7x 7 times minus 7 upon 3, and finally the cube of minus 7 and 3 we have got it here, and then we have solved it further. The fractional subtraction is also. So finally we have got minus 490 upon 9. So this is what the remainder, that is a non-zero value. So we say divisor 7 plus 3x is not a factor of the given polynomial 3x cubed plus 7x, that is px we have considered. So already we have discussed whenever the remainder is a non-zero value, you can decide whether the divisor is a factor or not. So 7 plus 3x is not a factor of 3x cubed plus 7x. This is what the end of question number 3 and also the end of your exercise 2.3. Your home assignment, you need to solve these two questions and you will solve it and write the answer in your comment box. Thank you. If you have not liked the video, please like it, share it to your friends, and subscribe the channel if you have not subscribed the channel, so that next time automatically you will be able to see the video in your notifications or inbox. Thank you. Keep watching JJ Learning Classes and always enjoy your learning.